Detroit's a gangster arena. Detroit is a gangster. Like, I don't think any other arena would have did that. If I could put myself in that guy's shoes who threw that cover at me, I'm just thinking like, I don't like this dude, I'm just gonna throw a beer at him. If I'm him, I had to be drunk to just throw a beer at somebody like me, and sure enough, he was drunk. It's definitely not right. I definitely should have got a pass on that one, when I went in the stands. It wasn't okay. There's different ways to react. Nobody really thought about, that beer could have went into my eyes or whatever it was, which it did go in my eyes. Unfortunately, beer doesn't, it doesn't harm your eyes. You could just wipe it out. Fortunately, I could have did more damage than what it did. I could have probably got like a little cut in my eye. The tip of the cup would have hit my eye, a little blood clot. That was a possibility. I don't think any severe injuries, could have happened out of that beer being thrown at me. But it was very, very disrespectful. What Ben did was disrespectful, and if I would have known that the referees was going to handle it how they did, like as far as not handle the situation at all, then I would have probably fought. But they were supposed to eject him, they didn't eject him, and then the whole stadium. Detroit's a crazy arena. The owner of Detroit, he's a trip. He said, Ron Artest was on the if he wouldn't have been laying on the table, the guy would never threw the beer. That don't make sense, because I lay on tables a lot. I lay on my bench in my neighborhood, and nobody throws cups of beer or rocks at me. That just doesn't make sense. It was a horrible situation to be involved in. One guy was in the front row all day and calling me and Jermaine O'Neal mother hoes and bitches. He was saying that for the whole game, and you didn't see us attack him, because those were just words. He was very disrespectful, and it was a kid. It was a man with his son, right there. They were sitting side by side. I don't think this guy was with them, but he was very disrespectful, just coming out his mouth, and all we did was play. The security didn't say nothing, but then, one guy threw some, at us. So I don't know, the old saying, "It sticks and stones may break my bones, but words may never hurt me." And you could just apply that beer as sticks and stones, and so I had to attack the sticks and stone thrower. But the guy who was saying the words is like, you can talk all day, but there's a line. People know that. People know what they should and shouldn't do.